Hi, I'm Chris from airwindows, and this is just me following up on another plugin that I did. You might remember it. If not, I will reacquaint you with it. It's a plugin called SidePass, and what it does is you can increase it to produce a high pass on the side channel. It is a bass narrower, and it sounds kind of like this. You can hear that's a really narrow bass now, and then you crank it all the way up, everything is totally mono. So it's your mono maker plugin, basically. Because there is a lot of use for centering bass for things like big DJ PA systems and things like that. Well, somebody turned up and was like, well, that's fine, but what if you want to narrow the treble? And I went, what? What are you talking about? And he was like, well, if I had stereo drum recording and it was all splashy off the walls and terrible and I just needed to rein it in a little bit, why not have a high cut for the side channel? And I went, okay, that's pretty simple. Sure. That seems to fit with what this existing plugin does. And the person turned around and said, oh, but no, I don't really need that. Which was my initial reaction was, well, you don't really need that. But at the same time, it's a really obvious connection to the previous plugin. It's exactly the same thing, only inverted. It was dead simple to do. There's no real reason not to do it. And it sounds kind of like this. Mono again. So if you have your high frequencies bouncing around and they're a little too bright, all of a sudden they're a little more centered. And you can keep narrowing it down, but the lows are still stereo. But we got the highs just all closed in like a P-curved house there. And it works on this track with its really wide snares and things there. So yeah, you can totally bring the highs in a little bit from the sides using this plugin. It doesn't hurt the sound otherwise. It's a nice, clean sounding effect. And yeah, if you've got a bunch of crazy, hard pan, high frequency stuff that doesn't seem to be working for you, SideDull. That's what you reach for. It is an audio unit and a Mac and PC VST plugin. I'm probably not ever going to use it. I'll just move the microphones or something. I'm pretty clear as to what I want to do with audio, but for those who wind up needing something like this, why not have it? Why not make it? Why not have it? It's free. This is all supported by Patreon. Part of the whole thing about the Patreon is that I'm trying to do work for people who need the tools in order to do their thing. Why not? Why not have it? So if you've got SidePass for narrowing bass, which is a much more commonly useful thing to do, and the reason for that is low frequencies aren't as easily localized, and low frequencies move more slowly. So if you have bass coming out of two different speakers and it's stereo bass, it's like out of phase, they will kind of cancel each other out to some extent, depending upon how low it goes. You go low enough, and oh wait, let me try something. I'm just going to use both of these together for a moment, and we'll hear what that sounds like, because why not? So here we go. Here's the lowest being centered. Just a little bit. And the highest being centered. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. If you want to just sort of rein in your stereo field so that it feels a lot more centered like this, why not? Why not? Side pass and side dull. Two sides to the same coin. We do this kind of thing, and we've completely reshaped the tone of the stereo from this to this. Or even beyond. Great fun. So if you need stereo narrowers, and I'm working on a stereo widener thing. I have a friend who is asking for a particular thing, and as usual, I'm going to do something completely different, but hopefully it'll be good. If you need stereo narrowers, this might be right up your alley. So there you are. Side pass has been joined by side dull, and you can use them together if you really want to. Hope you enjoy them. Have fun.